DVD update here. Decided to come back for a video game collection to show some of my video game collection. So let's get it started. And there will be a DVD update this week. I know some of you might be wondering, or well, I know some of you have been wondering because you've been asking via comments. But as you can see back here, I don't know if you can see that. Hold on. Got a nice size update, plus some over there that I've been watching and stuff. And I should have a couple things actually coming in the mail soon enough. So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna do Nintendo 64 games today. Alright, let's get it started. I don't know, this probably will be, I got a bunch, let's see. Got like 15 of them that I can find. I think I have a little bit more, but 15 of them will be in this update. And, so let's get it started. Nintendo 64. First one, of course, most of people would have, if they have a Nintendo 64, is Super Mario 64. This is a very good game. One of my favorite Mario games, as a matter of fact. It was just really cool. Mario in a 3D world. Got to love it. N64 I got close to when I didn't get it when it first came out, but I don't know, I'd say a few months after it came out I got it because my grandpa took ill and my mom had to leave and my dad worked a lot, and so my mom and my parents got it for me as a present for taking care of my brother and getting him to the bus and going to school and waking myself up and all of that stuff. So awesome present. Let's go with this. Next one up is Mario Kart 64. The Mario game. I played Mario Kart on Super Nintendo as well, but I really like this Mario Kart. It's one of my favorite Mario Kart games. Mario Kart Wii is okay, but this will always hold a special place in my heart. Everyone in my family plays this game except for my mom. She doesn't play video games. She refuses. Says they make her dizzy. But my dad, I mean, multiplayer on this was just awesome. My dad, my brother, all my friends, we played this a lot. And it's cool that some of the tracks are on Mario Kart Wii that I recently got. So my brother's real quick, I'll just show you. Command and Conquer, he loves these games. This is for the computer, and he got it from Nintendo 64 as well. I never really got into the Command and Conquer game, so whatever. PC games, that was more like Age of Empires and things like that. Next one up would be Diddy Kong Racing. Another fun one, you know, a Mario Kart knockoff, but fun in its own right, and had different mini games and versus games, which we played the hell out of. So yeah, Diddy Kong Racing, that was pretty good. The second game I ever owned and loved, StarCraft 64. Awesome game, very awesome game. I never played any of the other StarCraft. Star Fox, my bad. I never played any of the other Star Foxes except for the Super Nintendo one. Wait, was it Super Nintendo? I'm trying to think. Oh man, I'm drawing a blank here. Before this one, obviously there was a Star Fox, and it was kind of like, I remember it was kind of like you're in a spaceship and it's like a 3D. You're going down a tunnel and it was like 3D. Maybe it was for the Super Nintendo, but I don't know. But my cousins had it, and I never really played. I wasn't that good at it. I tried it once and I like almost died immediately. I was like, screw this, and I left. But my dad loves this game as well. He beat it and stuff. And, you know, my dad loves playing video games with us, but you know, it's usually with multiplayer and stuff. But on this one you could do multiplayer on. I'm sorry, but this is one he completed by himself as well. And so that's that. Star Fox 64. This is great. This is really making me want to break out my Nintendo 64, which we have two of because we lost when we were going on a trip. We wanted to take our Nintendo 64 with us, but we couldn't find it. So, and since they're so cheap, this was a couple years ago, and since they were so cheap, you could buy them used. We just went ahead and bought a purple one just to take on the trip. This next one is an earlier one I got as well, and I love playing this in the arcade, so I grabbed it for the Nintendo 64, and it's Cruis'n USA. Great stuff. One of the very few racing games that I like. You know, I'm not into all that Need for Speed crap, and I never got into that kind of stuff. But Cruising USA I could get behind. And this was awesome because I saved up my money and bought the pedals and actual steering wheel for home use, and so that was awesome playing these games with the steering wheel and pedals. So that was a great game as well. Let me see. I know I have quickly here. Yeah, I know I have the other one, Cruisin' World, which I didn't like as much as the first one, but it's still good. It still provided me with some extra levels, some different levels and stuff. I like the Hawaii one, I believe it was, or a tropical one where you went underwater in a tunnel. That was pretty cool. Next up is WCW NWO Revenge. This was my favorite wrestling game ever. I tried some PlayStation wrestling games. I really didn't like them. But this one is where it was at with everybody in multiplayer. We just like ripped it with this. And I'd have to say the most me and my friend the most system played by me and my friends in multiplayer would be the Nintendo 64 with all these cool games. And you know, it really was a good system. So yeah, this is back when I was into wrestling as well. I could tell you what was happening every friggin' week and kept up on it. But then, you know, I lost interest and stuff like that. And the WCW is no longer in existence, all that crap. I didn't follow it much after. I mean, basically, I lost interest, and then the WCW went away, and they brought in WWE or whatever hell. I don't know what happened, but I don't watch it anymore. But next one up is another earlier one, Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. So it's actually a pretty cool game. I don't know if I ever beat it. I think I did. But I was really, and I still am into Star Wars, but not as much. But back in the day, I was just really into Star Wars. I have the whole comic series of Shadows of the Empire. I read the book. You know what I'm saying? I got the Nintendo 64 game. And I also collected Star Wars comics. Those were the first comics I ever collected. And I also got into the card game for a little bit, the Star Wars card game. And I have just a tonnage of the old Kenner figures that when they first came out, which are probably worth a little bit of money nowadays, I would guess. Let's do this one next, and it's The Legend of Zelda, the gold one. Now I remember this when I heard that they were going to release a limited, I think it was a limited edition, correct me if I'm wrong, gold release of this. I was like, I went up to my mom, I was like, I have to have this. And she's like, okay, we'll think about it, we'll see. And it was around Christmas time, I believe. Or I don't know when this came out, but I was supposed to be getting it for my Christmas. And my mom and mom came home, and I was like, I just kept asking her every day after school, like, did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it? And I think it was the day it came out, and she woke up early and she went down, and then when I woke up, I was like, did you get it? Did you get it? And she kind of acted like she didn't want to tell me because she wanted it to be a surprise for winter. And she just I finally just kept nagging her, and she broke down and said, yeah, I got it. I'm like, let me see it, can I open it? And she was like, no. And I was like, I just want to open it to make sure it's the gold colored one. And she was like, okay, I guess. And we opened it, and it was the regular gray version. I was like, oh, hell no. Well, not back then. I didn't really talk like that back then, but I was like, oh no. And I was really sad. And so my mom went back down to Target, and she explained what happened. I think it was at Target that we got this. And they gave her another copy, and we checked that one, and it was the gold one. But I wasn't allowed to play it or open it till Christmas. This is my favorite Zelda game, and it really borders on my favorite game of all time, really. It was just so cool. I thought it was awesome that you got to ride a horse around. I liked the regular Nintendo game, which was also gold, if you remember. And so it's just an overall awesome game. If you haven't played this, definitely play it. And I bought the, I believe there was another one that came out for Nintendo 64. I'm not sure, but I bought that but never played it because I got past my N64 phase, which, I mean, I should break it out again. But great game. Awesome game. Let's keep going with